Hey everybody, welcome. Susan Lazar Hart here, your congruency expert and creator of Congruent Living Coaching and the Congruent Living Assessment. It's about being congruent, about being in harmony with who you be, what you be, and how you be, and actually what you're choosing and what you're choosing to commit to commit with. Now commitment has, hey Namrata, welcome. Commitment's got a bit of a bad rap these days. People are saying, well, you don't want to be committed. And that's, hey Aradna, welcome. Everybody's popping in. Tell us where you're from. If you're watching live, pop in with your comments. This is a hugs to you too, Aradna. This is a conversation, not a dialogue or monologue. And if you're watching later, press hashtag replay and tell me what you're thinking. What's popping for you as we talk about commitment? So, commitment has gotten a bad rap. It's not about, for me, commitment's not about a thing. I'm not committed to a diet. I'm not committed to, writing 10 pages every day. I'm not committed to that. It's the energy. I'm committed to creating with my foundation. My foundation is joy, curiosity, abundance, nourishing environment, nourishing people, right? Radha says, commitment to me is you. Thank you. Me too, babe. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so what I wanted to open up today was, where are you stopping you in what you've decided is a commitment? Hey, Margaret. Radha says, I learned so much from you always. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Thank you. All of you for coming in and your comments. Thank you. So commitment is about your commitment to you, right? Not to what you say you're going to do. Because often when we hold ourselves accountable, like, have you ever heard the words like, you're not being responsible, or are you being accountable for what you just said or did? Or this is the one that really I do not prefer at all. When somebody says to me, but you said this is what you wanted, but you said this is what you were going to do. Because we have a capacity to shift and change and be aware. People who hold you and expect you to commit to something, are they willing to be present? Right? Now there's a big difference to, let's say, I was going to pick up my kids at school. I'm not committed to picking my kids up at school when I say I'm going to pick you up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll create a greater possibility in our lives, in our together, in our schedules, and our being honoring of each other, right? So we've been taught to use the word commit and commitment against ourselves, when what I'm asking you to do is to stop for a minute and ask yourself, what is it that you're actually committed to with you? Are you committed to connecting to your inner being? No matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes. Are you committed to being present with what it is that you're asking to create? Are you committed to choice, to question, to possibilities? Are you committed to contributing to you and your day and what it looks like? Hey, Daniel. Daniel says, good morning from the High Rockies. Beautiful snowy morning. Yay. All right, are we in the right lane here? I always like to check in. For myself, it's with the information coming in, with the wherewithal of people. It's like, where did you doubt that you actually could commit to you, right? Is that your obstacle to committing to you? Arana says, yes, commitment to me with choice, creating every moment. Yeah, because there's a shift in the air always. There's a shift within ourselves, always, right? Arana says, being present. Yeah, it's always checking in, I know when I work with my clients on Congruent Living Coaching, we'll check in. First thing we do before we even get into the session is check in. Where are you? What's going on for you? Do you have a win, a challenge? What would you like to celebrate? Check in with appreciation. Check in with gratitude, right? About what's coming up for you. Because it's actually, your willingness to be uncomfortable with the choices that you are creating with, and be be in the question. So are you committed to actually being in the question, or are you committed to looking for answers? You know, this whole month has been about commitment. So check it all out. You know, go back into the past Ask Susans. They're all on Ask Susan YouTube, right? And if you're thinking, well, what has Susan been talking about with commitment? Check them out, right? Have a listen and see what pops for you. And then come on back in here with some questions, right? That's what the Congruent Living Zoom party is all about next Sunday at 11 o'clock, same time. But it's by invitation only. You've got to, I'll put the link in here, or it's probably right here on the feed of Congruent Living. And we're going to celebrate what we've been committing to. And we're going to ask questions about who we're committing to and what that is for you. And we're going to have some hot seat coaching, and I'm going to give away a book for those people who are choosing to be there live. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to be playing with what is closure for you with commitment, right? Check in with gratitude, Aranda says. Absolutely. That's so key. The willingness to not step back, but step in, right? Not step out of, but step in to who you truly be. And when you do that, it's a habit, right? It's a habit that we can learn. Instead of going out and reacting and resisting and saying, I can't stand this, right? Take a moment. Get present with you and ask the questions from there, right? That's my commitment to me, is the willingness to actually ask myself some questions, to ask if what I'm choosing is contributing to my life and living, to be present with choice, to be present with change, right? And what could that create for you? It's a commitment, right? So again, just to, what's the word I'm looking for, to review, right? It's not about being committed to a thing. It's not about being committed to an ideal. It's not about being committed to a value or a belief. It's about being committed to you, who you truly be, what you came here to be and do. And it's going to shift and change. We shift and change. We as an infinite being have the capacity to shift and change all the time. Yep. What is commitment? That's a big, 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 big question, Aranda. Again, for all of you asking, well, what is commitment? A, come and join the party on Sunday, next Sunday at 11 o'clock. Same time as here. We're not going to be doing an Ask Susan. We're going to have a party in which we're going to play with commitment, right? And commitment is what it is for you, right? For me, it's a way of honoring myself. It's like, So I set up a challenge for myself on Friday about a different way of working with my business. And it's about being really present and almost looking into the future week and seeing what's required and writing it down and then not looking at it again till Monday. And then Monday, opening it up. Oh, cool. Which one of these is a priority? Which one of these is tugging at me? Which one of these is actually not required, right? And how I go through my week. That's a commitment to me, to my business. So that I'm not thinking, I have an idea, and then at the end, not getting anything done. Right? It's all choice. We never not get anything done, by the way. We're uber creators. We're creating all the time. You find you go in to do this thing in this room, and all of a sudden you're doing this, and this, and that. That's not a wrongness. I got hearts on that one, right? With your business, it's also about being really, really present and honoring your business with what you've committed to do, right? So I've been invited to be on a lot of podcasts recently, and it's about following up. That's a commitment. Now, if I don't follow up, I could ask myself, truth, what are you aware of? Does this add to your life and living, right? Is your business asking for this? Right? Are you using distractions? Are you committed to distractions as greater than who you be? Right? So, Arana, I don't know if I've assisted you in what is commitment. It's really something very personal for each one of us. I've given you a sense, I hope, of what commitment is for me. It's an honoring of where I am now in this 10 seconds and asking where would I like to be a week from now with all of this, right? As the CEO of my company, as the CEO of my life and my business and how I'm creating, I know what I'm asking of myself. Right? Now, am I willing to honor that? And it's not a wrongness. Arana says, yay, thank you, woohoo, honoring me. It's an honoring of me. It's not an honoring of what I said I was going to do. Because again, we shift and change all the time. Right? So if there's something that you're looking to create, and it's like none of us live alone. Right? That's what mentors are for. That's what congruent living coaching is for. It's to know that somebody has your back. So you don't have to do it alone. Like, how many people are committed to, I'm never asking anybody for help, and I can do this by myself, and they feel the heaviness there, right? Hey, Heidi, welcome. That is a belief system that you bought at a very young age. And if you haven't listened to the Congruent Quickie from Wednesday about I can and I can't, the difference, go have a listen to that. It's all about commitment to who you're asking to be, right? That's what the Congruence Quickies are all about. Asking for help, absolutely, right? Where did you buy the commitment to suffer alone? Right? We know when two or more are gathered, more is created. I have mentors myself, and so it's about tuning in to what you require, right? Tapping in to all of the clarity that's out here for you, and then reaching out. And if anybody's interested in reaching out, just come on over. Suffer alone, yeah. And that's a whole other thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if you're interested in diving deeper and you'd like to get a sense of what does a joy-filled creative life look like for you, just go over to Congruent Living Coaching on SusanLazarHart.com. Read about it and get on a call with me. And let's see what we can explore together about what it is that you're asking to live for and with. Yep, Arana says, no more suffering alone. Absolutely. Because when we say, I have to suffer alone, or I have to do this alone, we're building up a wall and making sure that nobody else can penetrate it. Because we're telling the universe, I'm alone. But the fact that you're having a conversation with the universe, so you're not alone. Right? But again, we've been taught that at a very young age. Keep your problems to yourself. Nobody's interested. Right? Pull up your socks. Grin and bear it. Put your head into the storm and go for it. There's all kinds of expressions depending on the culture we've come from. Red has lots of laughing, tearing, emojis, not mojos, emojis. Mojo's what I give my dog because she's got a limp. Thank you for this, says Aranda. Yay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions, anything else popping for people? Right, again, we'll be moving into a conversation on presence for the month of November. So I wanted to just check in with you all and see any other questions you have on commitment. Every month there's a theme, and it's all about being, right? We've talked about transformation. We've talked about relationship. We'll be popping into that one again. This one was about commitment. Where do I get these ideas for themes? They're from you. When I ask in a poll, what is it that you're interested in investigating and talking about on Congruent Living? I listen, I look in, and that's why it's so important that we have these conversations. Rena asks, how do we know we have checked out of commitment? If it's light, it's right. If it's heavy, it's a lie, babe. Right? So if you're bumping up against something that it's like, I gotta, you've checked out of being committed to you, right? So the important thing for you to ask is, what, take some time today. And thank you, Rhonda, for this question. And for everybody listening and listening on the replay, take some time today and just write down what does commitment mean for me, right? What am I asking to commit to? So I'll give you an example in my life. I'm committed to, commitment to creation is who I be, right? Like I'm always painting or drawing or decorating, or I when I bake and cook, it's a creation for me. I smell, I touch, I taste, I shift and change and be in the question. When I'm walking in the woods, it's a creation for me. I'm looking at colors and I'm taking photos of, just for me, just for fun. Last week I was like, oh, I'm going to start this painting. And I did. I'm looking over there because it's over there. and it's not about committing to the thing. I might not go back to that painting for months. I started to learn how to play guitar, that was a 1 week of classes. It was so much fun. It's not about, oh, I should have finished it. I'm supposed to be continuing playing guitar. I didn't finish the painting. It's no. Creation is who I be, right? So I'm committed to being in that creative capacity, because I'm also creative as I coach, right? I'm also creative when I work with my clients. I have the capacity to be able to see into the future, right? To laser in, like, whew, on what's going on for them. That also has to do with creation, right? So does that give you more information about commitment? That's my foundation, is creation. That's who I be. That's who I came here to be and do, is to play with creating, right? I'm a creative. You're creatives. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Aradna says your post is such an invitation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Veronica, I know I'm not committed. I don't know how to change this. Again, Veronica, ask yourself, what does commitment mean to me, to you, Veronica Fong? It's not about changing it. So thank you so much. Oh, I love you, Veronica. I love you. Thank you. So that's brilliant. I love it when people ask a question, because it rings for everybody. All the people who are seeing this in the future, all the people who are listening now and haven't come on live. I know you're out there. So it's not about changing anything. So anywhere any of you have been taught that you have to be committed to changing something, to changing that you're not committed, that's like digging up others, your past, your poo, whatever that is, and trying to make it clean and nice and figuring it out. Let it go, right? Be present with yourself. Again, that theme we're going into in November. I love you. You're all starting it already. It's about what brings you joy. Right? Are you committed to your foundation, Veronica? What's your foundation? Right? What brings you joy? For me, it brings me joy to create, not necessarily to finish something. Right? Like, sure, when I'm baking or cooking, I'm creating a finished product that we all enjoy, that nurtures us. Right? When I'm painting, it's just for me, just for fun. Sometimes they go into galleries. That's not my target, is not getting them into the galleries in this 10 seconds. It's just about, oh, there's something creative bubbling up inside me. Let me see if I just play with some markers or paint, what that could look like, what that could create. Same thing with writing, right? Yeah. Veronica, let me know if that assists you. And for anybody listening, does this assist you? Right? It's not about it's not about committing to change that you're not committed. Right? Because we're already building up blocks there that we have to keep ourselves busy with. Take a moment. Be present with you. Rodney says, I love the topic of being present. Thank you. Be present with you and ask yourself, so truth, what is it? Just, when I'm talking with clients, I'll ask them, where do you see yourself 6 months from now? Well, go a week from now, Veronica, right? What is it that you're actually committed to creating? And then write it down and ask us which one of these is a priority. Which one of these matches the energy, the vibration of my foundation? Right? Yeah. And if it doesn't, choice. What else could I choose here? What else is possible? What other choices are here for me? Right? I notice the more I'm playing with these tools, the less reactive I have become. So when you start to play like this, you can take an aerial view of what you're creating and how you're creating. And there's no resistance, there's no reaction. It's about being present, which is our topic for November. So, Veronica, let me know how this pops for you and for anybody else. If you want to dive deep, you know how to contact me. Private message me or go into Congruent Living Coaching on SusanLazarHart.com, my website, and check it out. See what that creates for you. Arana says, yay! And come on into the Congruent Living Zoom party, #commitment, next Sunday, November 1st, on Zoom. I love Zoom because I get to see you all. We don't Zoom very often, and it's fun to meet people and check in and have a conversation, have some fun. We'll have a few giggles, we'll have some laughs. If you have some questions, you'll come on, you'll get some hot seat coaching. And it's just my way of being really present with all of you. We don't get to see each other very often, and this is a real treat for me, and they've been just growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Veronica's, thanks, Susan, I need to look into this further. Absolutely, and ask yourself a question there, Veronica. If I choose to actually check in with the questions that I've been giving you, will that add more to your life or less? It's that simple. Hey, Florence, welcome. We're just about to sign off. #replay. Let me know what you're thinking when you re-listen to this. We've had lots of juicy nuggets. Some great questions. Thank you, all of you who are showing up and are actually committed to showing up here every Sunday. That's one of my commitments to you and to me, right? Because Ask Susan Sunday, it started about 5 years ago, and it's really about being present with the energies of what you're asking to create with. And that's where I am as well, right? Being present. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much. Great picture of you and those little grandchildren, Margaret. Thank you. I adore you all. See you at the party next Sunday. I'll put the link in here, and it's also, if you scroll down, it's right there as well. Go over to Ask Susan TV. Listen to the last of this month of commitments. There's 4 or 5 there on our YouTube, and let me know what pops for you. And press follow, like, share. There's a button there if you want to be notified when more we come into the Ask Susan TV. I adore you all. Thank you, says Aradna. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're what Sundays are all about. That's all I can say. I'm so grateful for all of you coming in now and coming in later. And I'll see you at the party next Sunday. All right. Have an amazing day. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader that you came here to be. Fearless leader who's not afraid to commit to themselves, right? You're the last person you see when you look in the mirror at night. Ask yourself, how was your day, right? Are you committed to actually listening to you and loving you with appreciation? Wonder what that could create. I will check in all week long and see you soon. See you at the party. Bye-bye.